Hello everybody, welcome back to Perfect English with me, Alex. Hope you're all okay. This is my fourth video on English regular verbs. This video is all about verbs that end in sibilants. These are sounds like s, ch, s, x, s, ch, all of those kind of diphthongs. These verbs have slightly different rules when we use them in the four forms covered in my previous videos. Like with all of the other videos in this series, I'm going to use two examples. The verbs in this video are kiss and coach, as in I coach the football team. So like in the previous videos, there are four forms of verb: the infinitive, the third person form, the past participle, and the present participle. For regular verbs, there are four types, four forms. Let's take a look at the two examples that I mentioned before, kiss and coach. Looking at the infinitive form of these verbs, kiss and coach, this, like I have said before, is used with the pronouns I, you, we, and they. So some examples of how to use the infinitive form. I kiss my wife at night. I coach the football team. Nice and easy, but for the third person, this is where these verbs change. In the previous examples, we've just added s to the end of the infinitive. But for these words that end in sibilants, we need to add es. Es to the end of the infinitive. So when we are talking he, she, or it, we add es. So kiss becomes kisses. K-I-S-S-E-S. Coach becomes coaches. C-O-A-C-H-E-S. So some examples. She kisses her husband every night. He coaches the football team. So you can see that the verb we use changes dependent on who we are talking about. When it's he, she, or it, for these kinds of verbs we add es. So what about the past participle, the past tense? When we want to take the infinitive form and change it to the past tense, but this kind of verb, all we do is add ed. Like the first two videos, add ed to the end. So kiss becomes kissed. K-I-S-S-E-D. Coach, you guessed it, becomes coached. C-O-A-C-H-E-D. So to change these verbs to the past tense, we just add ed. As always, a couple of examples. I kissed my wife yesterday. I coached the football team last year. Remember, the past tense is used when something has already happened. And finally, we have the present participle, the present tense. Remember, this is something that is happening at the time we are talking about. It's happening now. So, how do we take the infinitive to the present participle? Just add ing. Very straightforward. So, kiss becomes kissing. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Coach becomes coaching. C-O-A-C-H-I-N-G. So simple. And like every video, let's have a couple of examples. I am kissing my wife. She is coaching the football team. These ing verbs are very common in English, so if you can master them and understand them, your fluency will improve so much. So that concludes my 4th video in this series. As always, I will add some example verbs in the description for you to practice with. Practice with them at home, use different tenses, different pronouns, I, you, we, they, he, she. Very important to practice and get this understanding in your mind, and you will notice a big improvement in your speaking.